Hi YouTube, it's Crystal. I'm gonna make this video about the baby's father. And yes, I was sleeping with multiple guys, but multiple as in everyone's acting like, oh, she was sleeping around with like 25 guys. No, that wasn't the case. At that point in time, I was only sleeping with 2 different guys, and both of those guys are a lot older than me. One's 27 and one is 24. And the one who's 24 is the one who I believe is the father of my baby. And his name's Chin. And I'm actually like 95% sure that he's the father. And it wasn't like, I mean, I did want a baby for a long time. Like from when I was like 9 on, I wanted a baby. Like I always wanted a baby. I don't know why. That was just the way it was. And 1 second, please, while I scream at my bird. Peaches, stop! But, I did want a baby, and I'm not going to deny that. But, at that exact point in time, I had just, like, kind of stopped trying because it was, like, I wasn't getting pregnant. And before that, everyone acts like, oh, she's just this big slut. No, when I was 17, December 20th, actually, of this last year, I would have been married a year. I was getting married to this guy. His name was Nesto, and he was a family friend for years. His dad was like my mom's friend, and he's been like in the family for years. And I had always loved him, like from when I was younger, and shit just went all bad. So I went a little crazy and I slept around. So I'm not going to deny that. And I know exactly who I slept with. I know how many guys I slept with. And I'm not going to put that out there because I know that's just going to get more hate. But everyone keeps asking me, what am I going to tell my kid about their father? I mean, what can I tell my kid about their father? I'm going to tell them like who he was and, you know, what I know about him. And I'm going to tell him that it was his choice. I gave him the option to be there, and he chose to not be there, and that's not my fault that he chose to not be there. That's his fault, and he's going to regret it one day. And that's all I can say. There's nothing I can tell my kid that's going to change the fact that their father's not going to be there. But also, it doesn't matter to me if the father's there or not, because, I mean, I don't want a gang member to be raising my kid, and the shit I find out after the fact of me becoming pregnant is just ridiculous, and I don't want my kid to be around that. Like, I didn't know he was into, like, gang shit until after I got pregnant, and it's just not worth it for me to have my kid involved in that kind of lifestyle. It's really not. It's not a good lifestyle. It's not a good thing to bring a child into, and it's not going to happen. I'm not going to let him be in my kid's life, and I'm not putting his last name on the birth certificate because he's going to be a Matthews like me. And I'm not going to do it. I can't. I don't want there to be this situation where he can come around and be like, oh yeah, well that's my kid and it got my last name, so let me see him. No, I'm not going to do that because who knows what the fuck he'll do with that kid. And everyone keeps acting like I'm this awful person for getting pregnant, and I'm sorry if you feel that way. But my baby's going to be loved, my baby's going to have family, and it's going to be just fine. And everyone acts like, oh, it's the end of the world because she's pregnant and the dad's not going to be there. Well, it's not. I'm going to finish high school. I'm actually enrolled back into high school because I had dropped out. So I'm enrolled back in high school. I'm planning on getting my diploma, and I will be, it's going to take hella long because of me being in special ed my whole life. It's just going to take a lot of time for me to do it. They said like 3 years, and that's going to suck. But I have to do that for my child. I'm not going to give my child, I want to give my child a better life, and I will be doing that. And I plan on working. Everyone says, oh, she's not going to work. She wants to be a stay-at-home mom. Yeah, I do want to be a stay-at-home mom. That was my dream my whole life. But that's not a reality. That's not something I can do. It's not something that's going to happen for me. I have to go and work. I have to support my child because I'm going to be the only one there to support him. Or her. Him, her. I think it's a boy, so I just say him a lot. But yeah, that's what I'm going to tell my kid, and I'm sorry if anybody has a problem with that, but oh well, it's what happened, and my child's not a mistake. I will never tell my child that they were a mistake. So, thanks for watching.